Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's Friday. Fabulous, fabulous Friday. Woo woo! I'm
Yes. Woo.
excited about it. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. How was your Friday?
It was really nice. I went out for a walk and
You took, and
yes,
the
it was really
weather was
nice.
absolutely perfect. It was perfect today. Wow. So yeah, I walk every day because I just love it. I just love it. It's wonderful. So I'm glad you took me up because I talked to you about it what, Monday?
Yes. Yes. It was so worth it because there's not a lot of people out because it's a little bit cooler. So you're not all hot and sweaty. It was really nice.
This is a perfect time of the year to walk. And it's also so good for us because we're getting that fresh air, you're moving, you're getting exercise. That's one thing that I loved about Michelle Obama was she was really, really focused on healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit. So she inspired me years ago to do it. And remember when she went into this, or I had people, well, she didn't do it, but she suggested going into the schools and taking out all those what do you call it, the coke machines and all those machines that sold junk and stuff.
hmm
She that was her, so that kids would stop eating, chips and cakes, getting all hyped up and all that. And 'cause that was back then when kids were really being, we were focusing on children with diabetes and things like that.
Yeah.
So
We
well,
also
we're
had
gonna
that
wait.
Let's Move
What time is it?
campaign. That was really good.
Let's Move campaign where people were actually, working out and moving about. And, COVID has really, I think, in a good way, forced people out of the house. So they're walking and exercising more. So that's the good thing. But I am so glad that we have collaborated to do this because it's really important. And we'll start with our introductions. I am Vivian Weche. I'm the proud owner of Mission Shoppable Boutique and have been selling on Poshmark now for about 7 years. So I really enjoy that. The sustainability piece, the reseller piece, reusing clothing. So we're going to talk more about that tonight. But my Poshmark closet, Poshmark, if you haven't heard of it, you just download the app. And then to find my closet is Vivian, Vivian, Weche, Wechie, and the number one. So you just find me under people and you can shop my closet. It's got some wonderful pieces in it. So you're going to have a lot of fun doing that. But this is our Fashion Forward Friday. And every other week, we will be coming to you with fashion tips, with dressing chic, with getting out of your sweats, with looking really, 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 really wonderful, but still being able to be comfy and casual. So there's a difference in just being in our grunges. So that's why Alicia and I decided to come together and do this because we felt like it's a new year, it's a new opportunity, it's a new you. Get out of those old clothes. That was so 2020. So, with no further ado, I'm going to ask Alicia to introduce herself.
Thank you. Yes, hi, my name is Alicia Gachet, and I am a fashion designer and the proud owner of Fashion Forward Boutique, which you can find by going to Poshmark.com and searching for at A Gachet. That's at the letter Gachettt. And you'll be able to shop some of the fashions from my closet, and I also have some children's clothing on there as well, and you'll be able to see some of the items that I feature in my Instagram videos where I show you how to express the latest trends and latest fashions as it relates to your personal style. And I also break down some of the tricks of the trade in the fashion industry. It can be a little tricky, but I'm here to help you. And
Yeah.
so make sure you go check that out as well. And that's on my Instagram page at Real Alicia M. That's at RealAlicem. Alicia, and the letter M.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So we both really, really love fashion. We really, really love, and I think sometimes people think, Alicia, that fashion means I have to have designer bags, I have to have the red bottoms, I have to have, but fashion, the word itself simply means it's your personal style, how you want to portray yourself, right?
Right.
And perception is everything, whether people believe it or not. How you're perceived is really from the outside. And until I get to know you, I don't know that you have a big heart. I don't know that you're a great personality. I don't know that you're kind. I don't even know if you're a Christian. But I'm just looking at you from the outside going, why is she coming out like that? So we are going to have a lot of fun tonight. I do want to let everybody know that we do have some really cool, fun prizes that we're going to be giving out, but you do have to stay till the end.
Yes.
You will not win a prize, and you have to be present to win. Just imagine $1 million. You got to be present to win if your name is drawn. So you want to make sure that you put your name in, and your name goes in simply by you being here with us tonight. So if you're the only one with us, you win. You win. So
Yes,
again,
and you're not going to want to miss the content of this post because we're going to be sharing with you some really amazing things.
yes, yes, you do not want to miss. It is going to be worth your while. And since it's recorded, you can go back and listen to it and say, okay, now what was her closet name? What was it that Vivian said, and where should I go? It's still Poshmark. So, and I'm also on Tradesy. If you've ever heard of Tradesy, Tradesy, similar to Poshmark, high-end items that you can purchase, and high-end meaning gently used, um, perfect. It's not something that's just naughty sweaters and things like that. That's not what Alicia and I sell. We don't sell those kind of things. We sell gently used, resellable items. So I'm going to ask Alicia if she will, take some time and chat with us about colors. So I'm going to turn it over to you because I love colors. So go ahead.
Yes, so color is an amazing tool that we can use when we're putting together our outfits because how you appear in your clothing is a form of nonverbal communication. You know, you often hear people say people decide what they're going to think about you within the first couple seconds of meeting you before you even open your mouth. Well, that's what we're talking about, appearance and color. So I want to ask the people who are here and the people watching a question. What are your favorite color pairings and why? So go ahead and you can answer it below. Even if you're watching the recording of this, you can, still answer the question. What are your favorite color pairings and why? So for me, my favorite color pairings are those bold colors that we associate more with like the summer and the spring. And I like to pair them with those colors that are more richly pigmented that we associate with fall and winter. So I really like to pair the color like a bold lime color with a
Mm,
deep green, like an evergreen color.
wow.
Um, yes. What about you, Miss Vivian? What are some of your favorite color
So
pairings?
some of my favorite colors, of course, I love the color red. Red is phenomenal. I love red. I love gray. To me, the gray that you're wearing, that dark heather gray. No, heather is the lighter one. This is more like a steel gray that you're wearing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I love really all shades of gray. That's a movie. The reds, the grays, and like you, when it gets to be spring and summer, I want, the more fuchsia, the greens, the royal brilliant blues. I love those, just all colors really. Colors are just really fabulous because it can also portray your mood. There are power colors. If this was a
Yes.
business um,
Hmm.
information which we are going to do business, but there are power colors that you pair together when you're doing a presentation to gain the audience attention. So it's pretty powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Colors often, even like when we're talking about our favorite color pairings, we're smiling because we associate different emotions and memories with these colors. Like, you know, maybe a vacation that we took, or maybe the darker colors with being at home with family and the holidays. And so the color psychology is a really powerful thing. There's actually ancient civilizations that used color as a form of healing the mind and the spirit. So when
Wow.
we're wearing these colors, we're not only communicating to other people how we feel, but we're also giving an opportunity for them to interpret and look at those colors and feel a certain way themselves.
Yes, there's a lot of power in colors, even for infants. If you think about the black and white, so that they can see it because they can't really see colors. So yeah.
And I want to ask everyone another question. Have you ever had a color analysis done? So has anyone ever had a color analysis done? I know I've had a color analysis done.
They, we can't talk.
You could type it in the thing. Have you ever had one? Yes, maybe. Okay, so I want to tell you why a color analysis is something that's really important when we're talking about colors and how to choose the right colors. So on the color spectrum, we have cooler colors, we have neutral colors, and we have warm colors. And so when you get a color analysis done, the color expert is going to look at a couple things. They're going to look at your natural hair color, your natural eye color, your skin tone, and your undertones. And that is going to help them create a color profile for you. And that color profile is going to have colors that specifically complement and are in harmony with your natural skin tones and undertones. A lot of times I'll hear people say, "Oh, I can't wear that color because it doesn't look good on me." That is a myth.
Yeah,
Anyone can wear any color. The key is to find a color that is in harmony with your own natural skin tones.
yeah,
So, um, the cool, those are going to work better for skin tones that have an olive or pink undertone. The warm color spectrum is going to work best for those who have a golden or red undertone. And then neutral, of course, means that the cooler colors and the warmer colors will work on your skin tone. This is something that's really important when picking your colors and choosing your styles. And it's also a key that you'll need when you're mixing colors together, like we were talking about earlier, color pairing.
right.
Have you ever had a color analysis done before?
I did, because I was a Mary Kay consultant for many, many years. And we had to have a color analysis done because, of course, Mary Kay, the corporation is able to do it. So when I did, I was warm. So it was the more browns and the rust and those warm colors. So that was my color analysis. And I love those colors too, but I just wear, like you said, I wear any color. So we have a question. So when you did it, what colors complimented you?
So I'm on the warm spectrum because I have gold undertones, which means that the warmer colors work best on me. So the richly pigmented colors work best on me. However, my overtone is a medium brown, so I'm able to kind of dip into the neutral colors as well. So I can wear gold or silver colors, but the majority of my color choices come from that warm spectrum.
Wow, yeah. So I guess we're pretty much the same.
Yes.
Even though we do mix colors, because when you're thinking of, some people are kind of conservative, Alicia. So when you say mixed colors, so say for instance, I have a lime green scarf and I have a navy blue dress. Can I put that together?
Um, you can. One of the keys when you're mixing two colors one of the keys that I use when mixing colors is they either need to be complementary colors. So like the blue and the green would work because they're right next to each other on the color spectrum. Now, if you go over and maybe you're mixing green, and orange, that could be an issue because they're so far apart on the color spectrum. But if you have an accessory that has both of those colors in it, it'll pull it all together.
See, that's the key. Is you said we can wear any color, but you have to be bold enough. And remember, you said that colors, it speaks, the energy from some colors speak to you. And, you can wear them, you just have to know. And that's why we're doing it tonight, because we want people to be aware and understand how and how do I do that? Look in your closet and start pulling out some of those things. And a lot of people are like, I can't wear those slacks because I got to go buy another shirt. It's like, it's got to be matchy matchy. It's the wrong brown. It's the wrong this. It's the wrong that. So
And see, you can
continue.
even do monochromatic as well.
How do you do that? What's monochromatic?
So that's going to be a color scheme where, like you said, maybe you have slacks, brown slacks, and a brown jacket, but they're not the exact same color brown. If you have a blouse that you put on underneath that jacket that maybe has even another shade of brown, now you have 3 different shades of brown, and so now it becomes a cohesive monochromatic look. So it's one color, and you're using one main color, but in different shades of that color.
Yeah.
So
that is pretty cool. And the same thing with grays, or the same things with blues.
Oranges, and even during the fall, I had a pumpkin spice orange poncho that I wore with a neon orange headband. See, I'm mixing my bright colors with my autumn colors, and it's all monochromatic.
I love it. I love it. There's a question, does this apply to hair too?
Yes, it does. That's why some people, like if a person wants to wear blonde, they might not be able to wear the same blonde that they're seeing the model wear in the magazine. The model, when you see pictures in magazine ads, whatever that model is wearing, it's based on their skin tone because they want it to look attractive to the customer. So that model is wearing the perfect blonde for her, the perfect shade of blue, the perfect lipstick, all specific to her so that the ad will be attractive. So yes, it does apply to hair as well. And like Ms. Vivian said, it also applies to makeup choices.
Yeah, yeah. Because but you could wear the blonde, but you just have to understand that when they dressed her, they made sure that the blonde complemented the clothes.
Right.
Yeah, so, sometimes I wear, it's like a dark burgundy hair, and you can't really tell until you get in the sun. So I always try to make sure that I blend my clothing
You're welcome.
with burgundy hair. I wouldn't wear a green top and the burgundy hair. It just looks like a clown to me. I don't know what you think about that. But when you wear the right clothing, it just kind of complements, and it makes you look unique.
Yeah.
Colors will make you stand out, and you look unique, and you look different. So that's the whole thing about the color scheme, is being bold enough to do it, I guess. Okay.
Yes.
Yay, this is good.
As a designer, as a fashion designer, color choice is very important in the industry. And we have to consider the demographic that we're designing for. That's why London will have a color palette that's slightly different than the color palette that you'll see in on the runway in New York. Even just going across the pond, as they say, the
Yeah,
colors will be slightly different because we're designing clothes with colors in them that complement different demographics.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell me more.
So, because color is so important and so vital in how we look and how we feel and how we can therefore influence other people to feel, there has to be a standard for color. And so the authority for color is Pantone. Pantone is the authority on color, not just in fashion, but in makeup, in home goods, even in automobiles. And every year, Pantone releases the color of the year. This is what they're saying is going to be the most prevalent color that we're going to see in fashion, makeup, and even in home goods and auto industry. Normally, they only release one color, but for 2021, they released 2 colors.
I
And
want
those
I So
And right, we should get two colors. We made it
hard.
through 2020.
Wow.
And so those two colors are, the first color is going to be a color they're calling illuminating, which is going to be a very deep, rich yellow. It's like a lemon yellow. It's bright and happy and airy. Yellow usually gives those emotions of optimism and joy. And then the second color that they chose is called Ultimate Gray. And that's going to be a medium gray. It's not too light, not too dark. It's about the color of this dress that I'm wearing right now. And gray is usually associated with, you know, innovation and technology, but it's also associated with a more sobering and grounded type of emotion. And so it's easy to guess or understand why
Yeah.
Pantone chose those two colors as a summary of the year before, which would be 2020.
Wow. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. And it reminds me of, because I love the movie The Devil Wears Prada. And I remember how the secretary, she came in and um, Meryl Streep was, trying to match the belt. And she's like, that's not the right color, turquoise or blue. Remember that in the movie? And who was the young lady that played in The Devil Wears Prada? That was her secretary. She
Oh,
plays
I
it.
know. She was in Princess Diaries. Anne Hathaway, right?
Anne Hathaway. And
Yeah.
so Hathaway had on the same color blue sweater and she laughed. And Meryl Streep actually stopped and schooled her just like you did us on why that. She's like, it's in your, that's why you're wearing that sweater while you're laughing. This is why you have this. This is going to be in your cars. And I was just sitting there and thinking, I'm actually learning a lot from the movie as far as concerned, because you wouldn't think. And I'm going to check too, because usually when those colors by Pantone comes out, it's you're in your paints too. Like Sherwin Williams, it's going to be in the paint colors. It's going to be in your furniture. It's going to be everything. It kind of governs everything, right?
Yes, yes, it does. So you'll be expecting to see those two colors in showing up in a lot of places and together as well. They're the thing about the when Pantone chose these two colors is they're okay to wear and good to wear alone, but they complement each other so well, which again is another example of last year. I mean, we had some things that were where we learned things and we found hope in things and we grew together in things. But then we also have to remember and respect the losses that we had last year.
Yeah.
And then also the innovations still, you know, in the gray, the innovations that we made and the leaps forward that we made in the medical industry. So yes, you'll be seeing a lot of these two colors, illuminating and ultimate gray.
And the illuminating is a really, really bright yellow. If you guys could see the chairs in my office, I already have them. I bought them last year, so I knew this was coming.
Ahead of the time, ahead of the time.
Ahead of the time. I'm ahead of the curve. But yeah,
Mhm.
really, and it's the really, it looks like sunshine or lemon. Just imagine a lemon. That's the yellow we're talking about, not the golden tone, but the lemony type yellow. Because I looked it up, I wanted to know. So, and then the gray that you're wearing, and then if you think about those two colors together, they would be really smashing to wear together. That
Yes.
yellow scarf with that gray, oh, it would just pop. All right, we are learning tonight. Thank you so much. Keep going. What else?
And I wanted to also tell you all about how fashion influences mindset. So, when we're talking about the psychology of color, and yes, there is a such thing as color psychology, I studied it in school. We're looking at how colors make other people feel or how they make us feel. So, a good example of this would be a green room. A green room is the place where talent will go to relax and, you know, recuperate in between sets. Well, the reason why it's called a green room is because it originally was green. As green on the color spectrum has been scientifically proven to relax our nervous system and give us a peace of mind. God is amazing because when you go outside, there's a lot of green. He wants us to be relaxed and have a calm nervous system. So yes, so
That is
that
amazing.
is something that's, yeah, that's something that's really important, how fashion can influence the mindset.
Wow. Wow. So yes, I do know that, colors, do influence how we think. And, as I alluded to earlier, when I was in sales, I was to wear red and black because red and black are power colors. So when you put them together, you should wear them, especially if you're doing a facilitating, doing a presentation, teaching. That draws all of the attention to you. And what I used to train my team on was, if you're going for an interview, you do not wear red and black because you're not in charge. But subconsciously, it's just red and black are power colors. So wow, this is great. Or anything? Is there anything else you want to share around colors while we're on it?
Um, I mean, I guess to add to what you said, like when I'm advising people on what to wear or what not to wear for certain events, if you're having, like you said, a where you're going to be speaking at a power conference where you're, talking about influence and business, wearing those colors, like you said, black and red would be good. But if you're going to maybe a fundraiser for an organization or something like that, you'll want to wear like a blue or dark blue because that's more approachable and more like a friendly color. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the whites are more um, serene and angelic. You think of, when you wear white, people are drawn to white. It's just it gets dirty. I love white. But it's when you wear white, is if you think about um, uh, the vice president elect, she wore that white suit when
yes,
they at night she wore, and that's for the women's suffrage. So she wore the suit to exemplify that because that's what they used to wear. So there's so many layers to colors, and that's why tonight we started this in 2021 so that we could share with you and you could come on and learn. Invite your friends to come. And you don't have to be a fashionista, but you do need to be fashionable. There's difference there. So just being willing to learn and to be part of is so important. So Alicia, anything else before I transition?
no.
You did you did a great job. And that snap, snap, snap. I learned something as I was listening to you. And Alicia and I have had these conversations for years. We've talked about fashion for years. We've talked about how to shop and how to shop on a budget, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to transition from the colors into 2020 left us weak. 2020 left us drained, i.e. the color illuminating, and then the gray that Alicia was speaking of, because that the year had the good and the bad, and it just all blended together, and it became this scene for us. So what I want to speak to you about is the fashion industry was impacted just like everything else. The fashion industry, it was impacted. There's no New York Fashion Week. A lot of fashion shows weren't able to be put on, and yes, they could have done it on Zoom, but it's like watching it on TV. It's not the same. If you go to New York Fashion Week, you want to be in the midst. You want to be there, sitting there. But when we think back to January 2020, we never would have predicted that we would be wearing sweatpants and sweatshirts all the time. Working from home became the new normal. And, previous trends were to be crocheted shirts and pretty vests. But the pandemic came and said, nix nay on that idea. Everybody go get your sweats out. Everybody get your sweatshirts out. And unless you have to be in a Zoom meeting, that's what you're going to be wearing. So we all got a little relaxed. And when you have stretchy pants, what happens to your stomach? It just keeps growing, right?
It
Because
stretches too.
loose. It's loose. You're loose. You can just eat and eat and eat. So the idea of the the pretty skirts and the nice vest, and all of those colors and ideas just went out the window. So we became more relaxed to the point where we rarely want to get dressed. There are some people that don't want to get dressed. They have the clothing, they have the closet full, but they don't want to get dressed. So tonight, we want you, our goal tonight, one of them is to think new year, new you, new look. Mind shift. New year, new you, new look. Let's get rid of the grunges. Let's get rid of the PJs. Let's start thinking and shifting our mind, because even God himself, like you were speaking about God putting all the green outside, he wants us to come out of the old year and into the new, so new things can happen for us. We can move to another level. We can get that promotion. We can get the opportunity. You can't wear sweats and PJs to a meeting, even on Zoom, for something that's really important to you. So these are some suggestions that I have. And as I began to transition from 2020 to 2021, in December, while I was working, part of the month, I stopped just, wearing my sweats or wearing my workout clothes, because I was talking to clients on the phone. I didn't have to be seen, right? So I would wear those clothes. But then when I began to dress up, I started feeling different. It was like I was stepping into my day, like I was stepping into my office at work. Like, this is what you need to do. It's a more structured feeling. It's a more structured energy. So you're probably saying, so how do I transition, Vivian? I've been wearing my sweats. I've been wearing my casual clothes. I've been dressing down all of this time. So I'm just going to take us a little bit by little bit, because we will have another show on January the 29th. But today, just to help us take the first step, baby step, let's think about generous silhouettes. I'm not talking about a muumuu. I'm not talking about, the big old tent dresses. That's not what I'm talking about, Alicia. I'm talking about that. But I find that a wide leg pant is a staple. I loved wide leg pants back in the 80s. They were so cool. You just look cool. And when you walk, they're like, shh, shh. And then you don't have to have those skinny jeans. Some of us can't wear skinny jeans because we don't have skinny thighs or skinny butt. But the wide leg pant, it is back for 2021. It's easy to wear. It looks fabulous with heels. It looks fabulous with boots. It even looks smashing with sneakers. Get your cute sneakers out. Get your Chucks out. Wear you some wide leg pants. It can be wide leg jeans. It can be slacks. It could be those culottes. You know what a culotte is? Those can be wide leg too. And they're just fabulous every day. So you're still able to feel a little comfy. You're able to put those on, put your statement tee on, and, do heels if you're going out with friends, do boots because it's still cold out, or do your sneakers. Anything to add to that, Alicia, you think?
No, I think that is a very good observation that you made about the trousers. Those are the wide leg pants. It's a staple. It's definitely a wardrobe staple because they're so versatile, like you said.
Yeah. And for older people like me, I still have some, so I just pull them out. The next thing that I believe to get us the mindset shift, is an oversized blazer. Oh my goodness. Look in my Poshmark closet, Vivian Weche one. I have some vintage oversized blazers. And what I think we should do, just as we're transitioning, so it doesn't look sloppy, because if you have wide leg pants, you can do the longer blazers and it looks really cute. You can cinch it with a belt, right? Mm-hmm. Or you can have it tailored and you crop, but you leave the shoulder pads. Everybody write down, leave your shoulder pads. Yes, it's 80s and 90s, but leave it, because it gives that cool vintage look. And you've modernized it because you crop the jacket, then you have the wide leg pants, or you leave the jacket long and you cinch it with a belt. So you want to go back and, think menswear. Remember how everybody was wearing menswear and it was the, big shoulder pads. And you can find a lot of these pieces, especially in my closet and Alicia's closet, because, when you're a reseller, you're thinking about something other than just buying new things, new things, new things. So we have those pieces available. So the blazer, the wide leg pants or jeans. And I wanted to just talk about sustainability. Sustainability, because I think it's so important. In the US, there is 11 million tons of textiles going into landfills every year. 11 million tons of textiles going into landfills every year. So people are thinking more about, in this year, of reselling, of saving the environment, saving the planet, stopping all of those thousands of pounds from going in, being thrown away, because, we have to. If we don't, I have, 18-month-old granddaughter. I want her to live in a world where it's not just full of, trash and our planet is just trashed. She has to live her little life too. So we have to think about her, think about the younger people. And so when we're thinking about clothing being thrown out each year, and you say, well, how am I going to help? Buy, resell. Buy, resell. That's what we do with Poshmark. We sell new, and we also resell gently used clothing on Poshmark. So if you think secondhand, gently worn fashion, then you're thinking sustainability. That's an important thing for 2021. And I'm finding a lot of people are concerned about that. And they want to make sure that we are saving the planet. So no more waste and still look great. So then stepping into the new season, new year, the new anticipation that we have. I'm excited about the shift in 2021 as far as fashion forward. I'm reading a lot of Vogue. I'm reading a lot of different magazines talking about, 2021 fashion, the fashion forward styles. And we want to shop small. We want to shop small. We want to keep the money local. We want to keep the money with family, to help families. We want to, increase our buying power around, the smaller businesses, and understanding that part of sustainability is resale. So it's a necessity. So, we are so excited, and Alicia and I will make sure that we give you our Poshmark and our closets before we end tonight. So we've already talked about the oversized jackets, maxi skirts. Alicia, do you like maxi skirts? Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
maxi skirts have arrived again. Woo-hoo! I'm excited about that. They are fabulous. And they're in prints, they're in bright colors, they're including your illuminating yellow, they're including the blacks, they're including the reds, they're doing stripes. So the maxi skirt is back. I think we're kind of going back to the good old days. So it's just a breath of fresh air, because think about a maxi skirt. You can wear your maxi skirt with a cute tee, tie your jeans shirt, and you can wear, casual, chunky sandals, platform sandals. You can wear your tennis shoes. And when you walk, you're just free. You're just free. Just imagine in the summer how fresh that's going to be wearing a maxi skirt. Maxi dresses are also back.
Yes.
I'm so they're in colors as well. They create a loose sweeping look, so you can just and the dress, a maxi dress, is like phenomenal. You just put it on and put some shoes on and some earrings and jewelry, and you're out the door. You don't even have to think about it. If you think about it, it's just playful, it's chic, it's wonderful. The next thing for 2021, fashion forward, totes are essential. Now, the reason for totes is because if you find a really chic tote, and one that I love and invest in is a Telfar, Telfar. He's a young designer. His bags are phenomenal. They're not over the top. They're not overly expensive, but they're big enough so you can put your files in there when you go to the grocery store. It's big enough. And the other tote that I would recommend that's iconic is Tory Burch. She has a tote that has a big T on it. It's a big, nice tote. It can hold your files. It can hold, your laptop. It can hold everything, because we want to just be able to switch it out, just go out, and it looks good when we have on our maxi and we're going to dinner, or we're wearing our little wide leg pants and we're going, with our tennis shoes on. It just transitions in between dressing up and dressing down. Who loves, Alicia, you love Bermuda shorts? Remember our Bermuda shorts where you had your suit and it was a Bermuda short?
Yes.
They're back for 2021. Woo! They are an amazing staple. Remember back in the day when we would do our whole suit, and we would wear our heels with them? Ah,
Yes.
you gotta have some, even if you don't have cute legs, Bermuda shorts does something for your legs. So, and you can wear your flat sandals, you can wear the heels with them, so just look how we're easily transitioning from 2020 to 2021. That's the power. And all you do with Bermuda shorts is you put a little white shirt, pop your collar, and you're gone. You're out the door. Grab your tote, you're out. And then if you want to be on a Zoom presentation, put your jacket on. That's all. We're showing you how you can easily be chic, be casual, and still be glam. You don't have to go grunge. Not ever again. Listen to this one, Alicia, as we're shifting our minds. Patchwork is back. Do you even know what patchwork is?
Well, I know what patchwork used to be, but I'm thinking that this patchwork has to be more fashionable.
Okay, so when I was growing up, we were so cool with our full maxi patchwork jacket, patchwork blazers, patchwork pants. Well, what we've done in 2021 in this season is still patchwork, but what they're doing now is they're putting some gold threads through it. They're giving it and glamming it up. So it's not the old-timey patchwork that Samuel L. Jackson would have worn in one of his movies. Where you got to be careful though, because you don't want to do the matchy. If you do a patchwork jacket, got to be a solid bottom. Throw your jeans on down there. If you do a patchwork skirt, just do a white tee, do a white shirt. You can't do the no, that's going to be too much. Even with the gold and even with the designing to give it some glam, you can't do too much patchwork. But it's styling at its best. It's back in 2021. So last thing I have, I believe. Oh, I have two more. So the oversized crop sweatshirts. The sweatshirts, they were kind of bell sleeve. Some of them, they're cropped. They're cropped sweatshirt. Some of them look unfinished. Those are back. The ones that go off the shoulder. Bang! You're back, yes. But you gotta make sure they look good on you, and you gotta have them. So the bell sleeves, the raw hems, the drop shoulders, are just the one side. It's all back. So wear it, pull it together. Make sure that you look. I wouldn't wear that on a Zoom presentation. It's just more casual, more like you're going out for happy hour with friends, and you want to look really, really cute and chic. But pair it with your wide leg pants. Do it with your jeans. Do it with your corduroys right now, and then do the high waisted. I like the high waisted since it's cropped. The high waisted, so you can move easily. And it's still, chilly out, so you'll still look cute. Throw a little scarf around your neck. You're going to be so chic. Not so preppy polos. I remember, when I was in banking, everybody loved polos. So the not so preppy polos, the ones that I found for this season, 2021, you'll see them in a spring and summer 2021. So just watch the runway. We're giving you a head start before anybody else. Think sunshine. think wine colors, think the Pantone, as you said, the illuminating yellow. Think, but it's still a polo. You want it to be breathable. You want it to be knit. You want it to look. So that'll just imagine that, Alicia, with your wide leg pants and a really cute chic belt. You're gonna look real cool. You're
And
gonna look really cool. What'd you say?
you can still be comfortable without having to sacrifice looking chic,
So
which is
everything I named is a transition from 2020 to wearing our sweats, wearing our PJs, wearing our casual, 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 not getting dressed. And we're just easing you in to 21 because it's a new you, it's a new year, new possibilities. And you're still going to be comfortable. So just imagine wearing your wide legs in a Zoom meeting, wearing your wide legs as you're making calls, wearing your wide legs to work. You can wear them to work. So, so now we're going to move on. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh, there's another young lady that joined us. Hey, how are you? So now we're going to give you a couple of updates because it's already 7:45. Oh my gosh. So
wow.
tonight, first Fashion Forward for 2021, we will have another live, but it's going to be on Zoom on January the 29th. And on the 29th, we're going to show you some pieces, put some pieces together, tie it together, show you how to wear it. We're going to help you with all of that. And your participation is needed, of course. We need for you to invite 2 or 3 other women to come on. We want 2 or 3 other women to come on and join you because I feel like, if we are in a brand new year, let's act like it. Let's look different. Let's act different. Let's talk different. Let's dress different. And I don't even want to use the terminology dress to impress, unless you're dressing to impress yourself.
Right.
So if you want to feel good, you get up in the morning. And weren't we having a conversation earlier this week where I was just like, how do you feel when you're working and you have on your PJs versus when you get up and you put on like a little cute sweater and you got your wide leg pants on? How do you feel, Alicia? What's the different emotions you get?
It definitely, what you're wearing definitely has an effect on how you feel about yourself, and it lets your body know that, okay, I'm in work mode right now. I'm working. This is business. We're not just sitting in the bed with our laptop in our lap. We're out of our bed at our desk conducting business. Even when I wake up and have some warm tea just to wake up my vocal cords and say some affirmations just to really be awake, so when I'm having over the phone conversations, I sound awake. So, yes, what you're saying about getting dressed for what you're doing, it's really important for your mindset.
Absolutely. It helps our mindset. And we know that eventually we're going to come out of the pandemic. So what we're doing is setting you up that you're already preparing yourself to go back to work. And the workplaces, of course, are going to let you have your casual Fridays, but the employers are going to expect you to come back ready to go to work. And I feel like too, the makeup, like we talked about, putting on lip gloss, putting on some lipstick, not doing any heavy makeup, maybe no foundation, but you just do your eyebrows or, you do your eyeliner. Just, get yourself in the mode of, look, I'm going to work, whether it be from home, and just knowing that let me get out of bed. And I challenge people all the time because I'm a life coach and a career coach to get out of bed, to make your office somewhere else from your bedroom. Don't leave it in your bedroom, right? Go to the dining room, go to a spare bedroom, get away from the bed because it's just energy. It's just, everything is energy. So I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. I'm so glad that you're here. Vivian Weche, the owner of Mission Shoppable, and I have the fashion designer here with me, and we are going to be together through 2020. God is doing some amazing things with she and I. But I wanted to ask her to explain chic casual. What exactly is chic casual? What does that look like?
So, chic casual is finding that balance between feeling comfortable and confident in what you're wearing while maintaining chic and feminine silhouettes. So like like you're talking about the different things that are going to be popular this year, these vintage trendy looks that are coming back. This is a combination of that comfort that we want, because pajamas and sweatpants are comfortable, but we still need to look chic. And so it's a good mesh between the two. And when you're talking about sustainability, one of the benefits from shopping, from people shopping your closet and mine, is that they're going to find pieces, like you were saying, that are good. They've stood the test of time because they're back into style. And so then you're going to be able to easily take items from our closet at Poshmark.com and incorporate them with the items that you already have in your closet at home.
Yes.
And so that was one of the things I wanted to mention about when we were talking about sustainability, and just looking chic. And I know fashion can be, sometimes it's like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, but we're here to help you, okay?
That's why we started with our color palettes. That's why we started with Pantone's colors of the year. That's why we transitioned into what to wear, because I feel like as women, we feel like, if I'm not going to a party, if I'm not going out to dinner, if I'm not, that I can just remember my mother and her friends, and they would just come over to the house, and they have on their little dresses, and they, the little belts with them, and they'd have their pearls on, and they're sitting in the house drinking tea and eating little crumpet things and cookies together and talking, but they dressed up to do it. So it's a mind shift that we're going to get into in 2021, and we're going to help you guys with that. That's the exciting part. So we are going to wrap up, but any questions anybody has that we haven't answered so far, any questions about what we talked about, any thoughts about 2021, and what are we going to look like in 2021? How are we acting in 2021? How are we feeling in 2021? And I'm not talking about so much, the outer things that are disturbing us. I'm talking about you in your home with your family. So anybody, any questions for me or Alicia before we wrap it up tonight and give out the prizes? So it looks like we've had several folks on with us for some time, right? Let me look.
Yes.
Who's for the longest. So we've got Wetch that's been here. We've had Real Cupcake Unicorn that's been here. We have Daffaril that's been here. Now I saw Daffaril get on first, and then I saw Wetch get on.
Yeah.
And I saw Real Cupcake Unicorn get on. That Mission Chocolate was me, so I can't win anything. I saw Farron Foley get on. And then I saw Adrielle get on. Hustling Goddess got on. We have a lot of people that got on. Okay, so let me read them to you, and then you're going to put them on a piece of paper, because we have 3 door prizes if you guys don't have any questions. We will be back for 29th, which is a Friday, I believe, same time. And we're going to talk about, other topics, more about, what to wear, because people are going to begin to get together, social distancing. How are you doing, everybody? Okay, so now we have, let's put the names in. This is going to be a really quick drawing. So we have Daffareal. I love our little handles. It's Daffaril said, yay. Okay, and then we have, do we do Real Cupcake? Real Cupcake Unicorn. And then we have Farron Foley. Hey, Farron. And then we have Wetch, WECHH, WECHH. And then we have Hustling Goddess. Hustling Goddess has joined us. Hi, thank you. And then we have Eddie 2914. And I think that's it. Okay, so just after you write them down, tear them up. Do you have a little something you can do it in? Just Just kind of toss it around, and then we will move on. This was fun. You guys have fun? Give us a thumbs up or something. Had fun. Comment down below and let us know so that we good when we get feel good. We want to feel like the yellow. Because this was so much fun for me and for Alicia. Because, you know, go look in your closet. You got half the stuff I said, half the stuff I talked about, wide leg pants, tennis shoes, heels, all that stuff is in your closet. So how do we, oh, Wedge said clink. Clink. We did good. He gave us like champagne. All right. So the first prize is my Poshmark closet, Poshmark. If you haven't downloaded the app, download the app. So you will get 25% off your $25 purchase. 25% off your $25 purchase. So you go to Poshmark.com, and my closet is Vivian Weche 1. VIVIANWECHIE 1. So shake it up and let's see.
Okay, so we got the first person is going to be Wetch. Was that one from?
Hey, yay! Wetch is a winner. Woo! So go to my closet. You get 25% off your first purchase. And then the next prize is going to be 25% off your total purchase of $25 or more in Alicia's Poshmark closet, Poshmark.com. And her closet name is A for Alicia, G as in God, A, C as in cat, H as in hat, E as in elephant, T, T. Okay, so who is the winner?
The winner is Hustling Goddess.
Hustling Goddess. Okay, and then the last prize is going to be a $15 gift card to Cheesecake Factory. $15 gift card to Cheesecake Factory.
And that is, did I say, oh, Eddie 2914.
Okay,
I
Eddie.
just put Eddie on the paper.
Okay. I got it. So that is our prizes, and every time you can, we're going to have prizes, but we want you to get all the information. Hopefully you learned something tonight, and you're feeling better about new you, new year, new attitude. Is fashion forward. It's time to move forward. So there was one, I thought it was another question. All right, so we are going to end for the night. If nobody has any questions for Alicia or I, it is recorded. So if you jumped on a little bit later and you didn't hear all the information about the new color or the color for this year, Alicia shared a lot about colors, and whether you know it or not, Pantone actually chooses colors based on the prior year. So you got to listen to all of that. But we are going to close out. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Alicia, what do you want to say to them? Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and I hope you all had fun. I know I did, and I'm looking forward to our next episode, our next broadcast.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Get excited. It's going to be a fabulous year. I believe it. All right, guys, we will see you later, and we will talk to you on January 29th. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Alicia. I'll call you.
All right.
Thank you.